and happy to welcome into the studio Danny Ferens, who's still getting dressed.
How you doing?
Good. Pull that microphone up. Will you just grab a hold of it and yank it upwards? The whole stand.
All right.
There you go. Danny, of course, is a guy whose name we have been hearing for, well, forever it seems, but it's not really been that long. 4 years on the sidelines or on the field playing football for the Penns Manor Comets. And I guess the thing that I really want to know from you is how cool has it been to take the field with a guy like Casey Jewett all these years?
Oh, it was great. You know, Casey and I were really good friends, and we've played together since we were like 8 years old. So to go out and start as 4 years and start as freshmen and continue to start till we were seniors and not miss a game for an injury or anything like that, it's really great.
I recall we did the first game that you ever played. And I recall how fascinating it was to look at the team, because the team when you were a freshman, it was a pretty solid team coming back, and here they were, the first two guys to touch the football were going to be a center who was a freshman playing his first varsity game, and a quarterback playing his first varsity football game.
Yeah, it was.
How many nerves were there?
You know, it was really nerve-wracking, but we practiced really hard, and we went over the first set of plays that we were going to do, so we were comfortable, and it just worked out. You know, Casey and I, we had a lot of confidence going in, so we knew we could get the job done.
Thinking back over those 4 years of high school football, did it go as quickly for you as it seemed to go for us to cover it?
Oh man, it went so fast. To think that I played 47 football games, it just doesn't even seem real.
47 football games and all kinds of different hairstyles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was bald, and then I had the long hair. I don't even know.
Yeah, you grew the long hair for the playoffs last year, huh?
Yeah.
From the front of the season to the back, did you cut it at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't even cut it like most of the summer either. I was gonna get my hair cut, and then we lost the Ligonier, and I was like, okay, I'm not getting my hair cut again until we lose. And after we lost the Ligonier, we didn't lose for a while.
And that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. The career unfolds before you, and I think a lot of people hear the exploits on the football field and hear your name and the hype over the whole Penns Manor football program. I think that was what folks really got most excited about, was the fact that it was the whole program that was picked up by this group that came through. Your group, the group just prior to yours, and then the young guys that were coming along after you. Just put the whole program on a whole new level.
Yeah, you know, that's what's great about it. Penns Manor, I mean, for the most part, was never had a chance to be on top. It's usually like in the district, Bellwood, McCord, for the most part, those schools, Carroll. You know, to see Penns Manor get on top and be the top team in the district and to get all the talk for once, it was great, and it makes me feel good. It makes our team feel good.
Yeah, and of course you personally, setting all kinds of records, Indiana County records as well, and as that publicity comes, their pressure comes along with it too. People keep expecting more, and you know, when a mistake is made, then it seems like the scrutiny is even more. But I really like the way the community just rallied around the ball club right from the start, and it didn't matter really what happened on the field. The Penns Manor community, really Indiana County as a whole, really supports its football teams and its scholar athletes, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I get so much support from the community and everybody, and it's great. You know, my freshman year, we had a lot of questions coming in, how we'd be freshman quarterback, freshman center, and to have the 10-2 season that we did that year, that just set the bar from there. And I think the high expectations is what actually made us such a great team, because it made us work harder in the off season, because we knew we have to live up to those expectations this season, and we have to do all those things. And it's great for the community, because I mean, Penns Manor had some hurting times where we couldn't win, and it was kind of hard to say that you went to Penns Manor. And now it was great to see the little kids and everybody being proud to say, I go to Penns Manor, or I went to Penns Manor.
Danny Ferens, Penns Manor scholar athlete, joining us here this morning, and it is our first chance to talk with you since the Bishop McCourt game that ended the season, ended your career. I know that after the game you were just extremely frustrated with the way that it went. I don't think everybody knew how ill you were that night coming into the game, and certainly that didn't help at all, but at the end you had the chance to win it, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, it was a rough game, and both teams played really hard and somebody had to lose. Unfortunately, it was us. And I mean, to have the ball at the end like that and to throw an interception when I had plenty of time, could have ran it. It's hurting, but I'm getting over it, and I'm just going to use it as motivation in the off season. But I never thought if I got the ball at the end of the game that I'd blow it like that. But you know, it's humbling, and that's what I need. I think right now in this off season, going to the next level, where everybody's going to be as good as me, if not better, as good as me and better. So I need that. I needed something that would humble me, so I can work hard and get ready for the next level.
Well, you did take it right to the very edge, right to the edge of the game, and people were so proud of not only the way that you played, but your whole team, and the way you reacted after the game as well, with class and with dignity, and that was a terrific thing. So let's talk about that next level. Danny Ferens, again, our guest here on Indiana in the Morning here on AM 1450 WDAD. The next level for you leads where?
I'm not even sure yet. I'm taking my time right now. I'm going to wait to go on my official visits because I have narrowed down to Colgate, Lehigh, Duquesne, IUP, CalU, and recently Slippery Rock came to my school. So now that I have all those schools that are pretty much relative the same level of football, pretty close, I'm going to wait to see how the visits go. I think right now if I had to name a front runner, I'd have to say Lehigh, because of the academics and the winning program that they have. I mean, they win like 9 games, it seems like 9 or 8 games every year, and it's nice to be on a winning program, coming from a winning program.
Sure.
You know.
Jack Benedict is with us, our sports director.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I get a chance to meet this young man.
After all these years, huh?
After all these years, I've been covering the IUP scene in Indiana high football and hearing all about Danny. Congratulations on absolutely everything you've done. You know, I've been covering sports here in Indiana County since 1969. It's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to say anything to make you feel bad.
No, I love it. I love it. Thanks a lot. You know what I find interesting in the schools that he mentioned, and that Lehigh is the front runner. The guy's record that you wrote, young Mr. Overdorf, first, you know, he went to Shippensburg and Lehigh.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard, and it's ironic. Coach Overdorf's a great guy. After the purchase line game, I mean, after how badly we beat them, you'd figure he wouldn't want anything to do with me.
Well, you only ran it, what, 3 times in the entire game?
2 times I ran it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I threw the ball twice and ran the ball twice, and that was it. But hey, it had us ready for the next game, so.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think it's just fantastic. The great young man that you are, both as a student and as an athlete. And, you know, a lot of youngsters can look up to you. I think that's a tremendous thing. The numbers are there, but it goes beyond that. And I could tell, just, you know, in meeting him for the first time, that he's gonna be quite a young guy in his life, and whether it's on the football field or not.
A lot of success coming down the road. Danny, let's talk a little bit about academics, because when you get into the recruiting season and when you're in the course of a football season, it takes up so much of your time. Academics, very important to you, and I know to your teammates as well. In order to get onto the football field, you'd better be boning up in the classroom, right?
Yeah, well, I've always had, I always was put in academics first for many reasons. Obviously, injury happens, that you can't prepare for that. So I mean, you have to be ready just in case the football doesn't take me to the next level. I'm gonna have to be ready academically, and then I had interest from Ivy League schools and stuff like that. And obviously, I wanted to try to fulfill that potential. So I just worked as hard as I could, and then if I knew if there's a place I want to go, I want to be able to get there, and I don't want anything else to get in the way.
Yeah,
That's
obstacles. So,
Todd, do we have a second, or do we have to go to
we did.
network?
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make a presentation here. We have what is on this beautiful plaque. Danny Ferens, Penns Manor High School, Renda Broadcasting Player of the Year, 2012. That is yours, Danny.
Oh, thank you. It's an
And
honor.
that's on behalf of all of us at Renda Broadcasting on your tremendous exploits as a student athlete at Penns Manor. Just been fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. It means a lot.
Be something down the line you can take a look and Tell your grandchildren about it.
Yeah, it'll be right up in my room, right beside the one from last year.
I'm sure you have a few.
Well, it's kind of interesting what happens to those, you know, we have the trophies and the plaques that we hand out, and you've gotten more than your share. But I know that, you know, when we take them and we give them to you, or to the coaches to give to you, a lot of those end up in the locker room or there in the clubhouse, because it really is a team achievement.
Yeah, it's actually ironic. I wanted to take the game ball from when I broke the career record, and I wanted to put it in our locker room. I asked Coach if I could, because it's such a team record, if anything. Like, you don't get that many yards unless your team's good and you play a lot of games and you have a great offensive line and just team. I mean, not only do we have a great offensive line, I've always had great blocking backs and receivers through my 4 years. I mean, just from the beginning to the end, I've always had teams that our teams were great at blocking the edge for me. And you know, I played 47 games, and you don't play 47 games unless you win, and that's what makes it. I think it just is an example of how far our program's come. That 5,600 yards or however many it was. I feel like that's just a good example to show how far our program's come. So I feel like if we could just put that ball in the locker room when guys walk in, they see it. They see, like, if we have a good team, this is what we can get.
I saw that exactly with IUP this year, with a great offensive line that had 4 all-conference guys, 2 1,000-plus runners, and a fullback who's 5'6", 200 that can block like you can't believe. And they say the same thing that you did just now.
Yeah.
You gotta have that.
You know, it's kind of interesting, you said you've had great linemen, great receivers. You're a pretty fair receiver yourself. You've had the opportunity to line up at the wideout and sometimes just go out and play jump ball, and you always seem to be the guy coming down with the ball. Have you thought about it, offense, defense, where you want to play?
Lehigh actually wants me for a receiver. Funny you say that. So if I go there, they throw the ball a lot, and they just throw the ball almost every play.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that'd be nice playing receiver, but most people are recruiting me as an athlete right now. They don't know if they want to play me at safety or receiver. I mean, quarterback, I feel like I could if we had like a read option offense, but you know, with how many times I've thrown in a game over my career, I never really developed the way I wanted to. So it's okay if I don't play quarterback, but I'm okay with playing receiver or something else. Basically, I just want on the field as fast as possible.
Sure.
As a return specialist too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna work hard because I want to make an impact. I don't care if it's a punt team, kickoff team, whatever it is, defense, offense. My freshman year, I want to make an impact somehow, get on the field. So that's what I'm working towards.
Squeeze every bit of juice out of it. Jack, thanks for coming over.
Okay, thank you very much. My pleasure.
It was great meeting you.
Danny, thanks for coming in. The best of luck to you.